Hi, welcome to Newly Listed. I'm your host, Barrington Miller, Director of Issue Engagement at the Canadian Securities Exchange. And today I am here with Mr. John Ricci, President and CEO of Danavation Technologies. How are you doing, John?
Great. Thank you very much, Barrington, for asking, and thanks for allowing me the opportunity to be here.
So, unlike our regular Newly Listed clips, this is a startup within a 30-year-old company.
Exactly.
Let's go into that a bit.
Perfect. So I founded with my business partner, Frank Borges, in 1993, Dana Industries. And we started off in the retail world of manufacturing shelf talkers, data strips, blades, wobblers, danglers, any visual merchandising signage that goes on the edge of a profile in a store was something that Dana Industries could do and continues to do. So, home of the world's best engineered shelf talker. We count companies like Walmart as our largest customer. We work with other retailers in North America directly, I might add. So we don't work with brokers. So we're called upon to do all the designing and manufacturing. We have a facility in Etobicoke, and we do all of our printing and R&D, et cetera. It was from that and talking to some of our more tech savvy customers that started asking us, what's new? Is there anything different? How can we change things? That we kind of worked ourselves into the digital world, and we started Danavation in 2018, just kind of looking to see what we could do if the market was ready for a disruptive product, and it is right now. So 2 years ago, Danavation was founded in Canada. So we're the only electronic shelf label company that has been founded in North America. And we're proud of our Canadian roots, and we're proud that we are ground floored in North America, offering what we like to call our customers home field advantage.
Wow, I like that a lot. Tell us a little bit about you.
I've always been a tinker, creative guy. I like tech things. I like new. Having your own business affords you the luxury at times of being able to create. You're throwing the dice. You're making products. You're R&Ding. You're testing it with some solid customers, and we've got some good friends that allow us to test in stores, and we do a lot of beta testing. But we like to be different. We like to be at the edge. We like to be first to market, and we have a very good creative team, and I've got really good people here that embrace that same way of thinking. That's allowed us to have a nice 30-year run in the business.
You're leading into my next question because nobody gets here alone. Tell us a little bit about your team.
Great. So I founded Dana Industries in '93 with my business partner, Frank Borges, who I worked with back I'll date myself, in the '80s. We worked together in different companies. So he's a real good guy. Frank handles more of the sales part of the business, and I've been the operations guy. Danavation, we started in 2018. I brought Michael Tran, who's our current CTO, a brilliant mind, a real tech savvy individual. Mike's brought in Chris, Igor, our two techie software development engineers. I've got a fantastic business manager who's my ex-marketing director, and Ricci. She's fantastic. And then we just brought in Jody D'Amico and Jonathan Ricci on our operations side. Brianna Ganton, Kevin Pack, and our sales side with Frank chipping in on his end. Frank spending a lot of his time on the Dana Industries, and I'm focusing a lot of my time on the Danavation. So that's how we're getting some pretty good life balance. Danavation's kind of my baby, and I'm expecting real big things. We want to become a big player in the industry, and Dana Industries, being around 30 years, it kind of rolls on its own. It's a pretty good functioning business with some really good people running it internally.
Let's go forward into the future. What can current shareholders and soon to be new shareholders have to expect with your company?
Great. So we have a fantastic IR team and a PR person. There'll be regular updates, I think 2 this week, press releases on who we've signed deals with. So we press release when we have the 100% signed paperwork. We're constantly marketing ourselves. 2 years ago, we figured it was a price play where automating your pricing was the big disrupting force that we were preaching. However, it's morphed itself into not only automating pricing, but automating information at the shelf. Because of that, we're working with it, and markets are emerging. Healthcare, for example, we're working with a company in San Diego that's automating patient records on placard signs for doctors to access on icon-based system for updates of who's in the room on what conditions. Distribution and warehousing, we're working with companies to streamline and become a disruptive force in that industry. Military, working with a couple of bases in the US to help streamline their maintenance and distribution warehousing systems for their aircraft military maintenance systems. We're in animal shelters and pet hospitals, automating pet records, as simple as it sounds. Pharma companies automating information to specific machinery in manufacturing facilities throughout North America based in one central location that can access similar pieces of equipment and send automatic updates to it. So it's just not an automating pricing play anymore, it's automating information. So we're looking for our growth markets in multitude of target markets.
I'm going to ask a simple question because we have a wide audience. So just walk us through. I walk into a store. We'll just say Walmart. Where are you? How am I interacting with your company? Or do I even see it? Do I even know I'm interacting?
Oh, yeah, right on the shelf. So instead of seeing static pricing with paper labels or handwritten signs, you'll see digital tags right on the edge of the 4-foot section, sitting right there, one per SKU. So if you have a bottle of vodka sitting on the shelf, that SKU is going to represent that bottle of vodka. That SKU, then that tag ties right into that UPC code on the back of that bottle. That ties into your POS system. So if you have 10,000 SKUs in your store and you want to have your 100% activated digitized store, you would have 10,000 tags of various sizes, because we make different sizes depending on what you want to feature and how much information you want on the label. But you'd see it's right on the shelf. You'll see a nice, clean, hygienic digital tag that looks like paper, except it's E technology. So it's a very low powered system. No power at the shelf, so you're not going to see any interference. You're not going to see any wires dangling anywhere. Our system speaks directly to our base stations in the ceiling, to the server, to head office, and it just provides a real clean solution to today's retail environments.
That sounds like a very valuable tool, and the information derived from it, I'm sure, is worth a pretty penny. Who's your competition?
So we have competitors based in Europe, companies like SES and Pricer. They're good companies. However, what they're doing is they're peddling their product through distributors in North America. I've had 30 years experience in dealing with companies in North America. I know what the more important things are, and there's a credibility factor, there's a trust factor, there's just knowing who your target audience is and just knowing how to speak to these customers and how to interact with them. We feel because of our experience, we have that advantage. We're also direct, so we engineer and design our own hardware, we engineer and design our own software. So we're not carrying another product that I could open up, my salesperson can open up his binder and say, oh, by the way, I carry these 8 or 9 products, and I also carry electronic shelf labels. We're focused 100% on DSLs in our markets. Our team is focused 100% in R&D in these markets to become the best DSL provider that we can be.
You're very passionate about this. What gets you out of bed in the morning?
Wow. I'm always going to be I embrace work. I never see myself as someone who's going to take that, how I used to do in the old days. You'd work somewhere and then you retire and then you travel, whatever it is, in golf, etc. I embrace work. I embrace a challenge. There's something different every day. I love the people I work with, and I love the customers that we work with. I love building a business. And it's an exciting time for us. And it's something very disruptive, and it's relatable to a lot of different industries. And it gets you excited. We're being received very, very well when we make calls. We get a lot of incoming from our marketing efforts, but our knocks on the door and trade shows and people that remember us from years ago because we're known in the industry. It's an exciting time to have a business. And even in this COVID world, we're looking for the silver liner, and the silver liner comes in the package of a DSL eliminating a lot of touch points in stores. And it's very clean, it's very hygienic, and it's something that a customer looks at it and sees it. It just has that image of, wow, this is a real clean operation, and it's new, and it's something that retailers, we feel could start offering their customers to help consumer confidence, for example. And there's all kinds of things that we're going to be able to do with these, and that will engage customers walking in the store. So it's just not put a tag in the store. There's a lot behind what goes in it, a lot of the software behind what goes into future launching of different little software features.
Thank you so much, John, and thank you to your company. I hope you continue to remain safe. Thank you for choosing the Canadian Securities Exchange as
Thank you very
your as your exchange for the entrepreneur like you, and that's what we're here for. Audience, please remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and I've been your host, Barrington Miller, and this has been Newly Listed Clips on the CSE.
Thank you for tuning in to another Newly Listed on the CSE. Please feel free to hit like and share this content, and hit subscribe if you haven't already.